that you have that you can work with, and you realistically can make that within 12 months, I need you to write that number down. Everybody wrote that number down? Okay. So, let me ask you this. When you wrote that number down I just talked about, can your current profession or the industry you are in pay you what you want? How many people think they get paid what they work, where they work at? Raise your hand. Not at all. But he got you in that front row, sis. Yeah. No, you need to figure out a profession. Seriously, a vehicle that's worth your time so you can make the money that you work. See, a lot of times we haven't took the time to really think about what we're good at. This is what people do. You see somebody making a bunch of money over here, right? And you can jump over here and talk, I want to make money. But listen, this is not your lane. What's working for you, see, this is what you got to understand. Whatever's making you the most money right now in your life, what you got to do is concentrate on that. And you got to learn how to master that. Because a lot of times people be like, you know what, I got multiple streams of income. I'm a serious. No. If you don't have one income stream mastered and you're not making the money that you want to make with it, why are you going to stream two?
Talk about it.
So you can't even stream one right. You getting $500 a week talking about you want, I'm a serial entrepreneur, I'm a do up. No. It's one stream at a time you master. Real estate, well, it's my first stream. I mastered it. I moved on to the tax stores. Now, this year, I probably only done about 7 or 8 people. I don't even walk in the actual stores. Why? Because when you have businesses, you got to set them up on systems. You have to learn how to get paid off other people's efforts. That's it. But at the end of the day, what do you need? You need skill set. If you don't have skill set, you're not going to learn how to set the system up. That's why it's important for people to come to actual events. Okay, just a year and a half ago, I actually went to a seminar. Matter of fact, I went to Greg Cardone's seminar. No. It was, I'm just saying this to say this. I went to the actual event and I did one of their programs, and the program cost $25,000. I ain't never paid $25,000 for a seminar, but I wanted to do something different. I needed skill set. They had what I needed, so one would think twice about what somebody had. So what did I do? I paid for that class, and when I paid for that class, I went from my actual sales increased $500,000 to $800,000. So let me ask you a question. Was it worth it? Exactly. So listen, don't ever come to an actual event like this and say, oh, it was so, don't think about it. You have to think about knowledge will change your situation. So the knowledge that you receive here is going to change your situation. This actual presentation, I'm sure each and every one of you are going to get something out of it. So at the end of the day, we talked about productivity, all right? So, do you know what your time is worth? Do you actually know what your time is worth? Y'all don't know? Do you know what your time needs to be worth? That's very important. Okay, so let's figure this out. We're going to figure this out right now. What is the amount of money that you would like to make this year? Y'all wrote it down, correct? Okay, let's use, for example, how many people want to make their first $1 million? Okay, y'all receive that, y'all speak that, and y'all got to get the skill sets to make that happen, okay? So, it's 8 hours a day by 220 days a year. That's 1,760 hours, okay? A million divided into 1,760 hours is $569 a day that you need to make in order for you to make $1 million. Productive time versus unproductive time. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now, if you want to be a millionaire, or whatever number you got on pay. So the number that you have, guys, you need to pull out your phones, divide that into 1,760 hours, and that's how much money you should make an hour. You got to remember, but I'm going to tell y'all what's stopping y'all from getting to that number. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now worth whatever number you wrote down on your paper? Okay? Anything that doesn't make you $569.18 per hour, or whatever number you wrote on the paper, is costing you money. And I'm going to tell you why it costs you money. First off, you got to do this. Figure it out. You're going to divide it into 1,760 hours, amount you want to make in 12 months. Okay? You're going to focus on not doing any task that's less than your hourly rate. But let me tell you something. Some of y'all feel like if y'all do the task, y'all get it done faster. But what that does is it stops you from being the individual that you want to become. So let's talk about some of these tasks. Can y'all back this up? Oh, okay. Only do activities that's worth your time. Okay? Because remember, you already wrote the number down. So you must eliminate the need for doing the activities that do not match up with your value of time. So we're going to go over some examples, and I'm going to show you how you have to take some things and you got to learn how to delegate them out. Okay? There is so much technology now. You can delegate the things out and focus on what you need to be working on that's going to make you money. Okay? First and foremost, let's talk about this. You will never be a high-income learner if you keep doing minimum wage activities. How you gonna take? You talking about you want to be a millionaire, but you want to clean your house up. But you gotta find somebody that you can pay to come every other week or however you want to do it. You pay them to clean your house up. That's minimum wage activity. How you think you're saving money by being cheap? But one thing about it, cheap, you're gonna be broke. You're gonna be broke trying to be cheap. Okay, another thing, cleaning up your house. We're talking about mowing your lawn, doing the garden, going to the grocery store. Right now, they got Instacart. Why you gonna take all day in the grocery store for 3 hours when you can take that time doing something productive? You could be working towards your TLC business, right? You could be working, you could be meditating, whatever you have to do. You have to learn how to take those activities, right? These activities, and you gotta learn how to delegate. So what you need to do is take the time to write down things that you definitely can delegate so that you can spend that time to concentrate on that number that you want to be in. Follow that? All right. So, ask yourself, is what I'm doing worth whatever hour you're doing? Whatever number you wrote down, you got to really think about that. Because you cannot be a millionaire doing minimum wage activity. You got to really take the time with your life and you have to map everything out. Okay? Now, if you don't value your time, you got to understand, ain't nobody going to value your time. And some of y'all, we going to talk about, y'all will sit on the phone for 2 or 3 hours. Talking about what? Seriously. Me and Stormy will talk for 5 minutes. She'll hang up in my face like, I got to go meditate. I'll be like, okay. We get straight to the point. We ain't talking about who Susie is, none of that. It's just straight, hey, how you doing? I miss you. Okay, I'm about to go meditate. We got to learn how to cut things short. Right? Number 3, importance, urgency. And let's talk about what's urgent. Let's talk about what's not urgent. Okay? First off, important goals. So that's or urgent. Focusing on important goals that you need to do. Vital, like dealing with your customers, your clients. They're going to make you money, so it's okay to talk to them because you got to close deals or you have to close the sale. That's making you money. That is urgent. Major deadlines, projects, because projects is what do what? Make you money. Personal development is very important. This is personal development, getting your mindset correct, knowing who you are, understanding who you are. If you do not invest into yourself, you can never get to the next level because sometimes people will talk you out of situations. But you got to have that personal development that you talk to yourself like, she got me helped up, whatever, I'm going to make this happen. So you definitely need personal development. Money-making tasks. Anything that's making you money, that's what you got to concentrate on, okay? Not urgent gossip. No need to talk about this. Let me ask you something. How much money do you make in gossip? No, that's one thing that you got to take out of the care. Irrelevant phone call. Listen, people, let me tell you something. You will lose a lot of time picking up the phone all the time. Every time somebody calls, every 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes in between, all the time, guess what? You will look up, it'll be midnight, and you haven't even got anything that you're supposed to got done on your list. So you gotta learn how to minimize the actual time. You know what? I was listening to Eric Thomas uh, about 8 months ago. And Eric Thomas said he don't even pick up the phone from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm going to tell you something. I only pick up the phone for Stormy from 9 to 6 p.m. I only pick up the phone for my employees from 9 to 6 p.m. because I know it's something pertaining to work. Anybody else, I'm not even picking up the phone. For what? Because at the end of the day, I'm focused on what I have to do. So you got to learn how to minimize that, okay? Busy work, going shopping, you know, you have to have structure in your life. And she's right, I'm very structured. I'm very organized. So you got to think about that. Another thing, that watching TV. How many people watch TV? Be honest. Raise your hand. Oh, y'all don't want to raise your hand. I know it's more people that watch TV. What's your favorite show that you watch? How many people watch Power? Power? Let me ask you something. When you watch Power, how much money do they pay you? Because last time I checked, the actresses get paid. So how much money do they pay you? So you sit there to watch Power and they don't pay you $2. Listen, I haven't watched TV. No, seriously. They don't pay you 2 coins. But you want to sit there and tie your time. When I removed TV from my life back in 2001, that's when my life changed. I don't watch TV. I don't know what's going on with the news. I'm telling you, I asked my makeup artist, he gave me a whole rundown on politics. I have certain people that can give me a quick rundown. I don't have time to watch TV because it's an income producer. All right? Scrolling on social media. How many of y'all scroll on social media? How many of y'all know that y'all can make money on social media? But how many of y'all tapped into making money on social media? Listen, okay. I'm going to tell y'all this. I only go on social media. I'm going to tell y'all this. I actually have an actual assistant that actually manages my social media. I just concentrate on making money. I just wanted y'all to see this flag. And I did this just for y'all, so y'all can see it, okay? This is what you got to concentrate on. What does that say? How much it say? And how many days? I did this just for the event to let y'all know. At the end of the day, you have to learn how to take your time on social media and make money. And it's called skill set. You have to learn how to build an audience. It's just different techniques that you have to learn how to do. Like you see, scrolling, if you learn how to take time to learn how to really work social media, this can happen for you, okay? That was between March 14th, March 21st. I made $33,000 in a week. I do it all the time. It's a no-brainer. Don't worry, I know y'all sleep on me. But right there, in 7 days, I made somebody's salary in 7 days. Okay? 7 days. All because why? All because why? I chose to learn new skill sets. Before I started becoming an entrepreneur, I was working a 9-to-5 job, working at Johnson Controls. I knew that I could never become a millionaire working for someone else. So what did I do? I stepped out, got into real estate. I learned a new skill set, right? After I got into real estate market crashed. I transitioned into the tax industry, right? Then I learned list luxury rentals. Then I got into social media, and basically that's how I do it. So at the end of the day, I was able to accomplish all these different things. Why? Because I made a decision to develop skill set. So this is so important. So if you are not where you want to be financially, you got to figure out what vehicle will I use that's going to get me there. What vehicle? I don't know. Whatever industry you're in, and then you got to make sure whatever that industry is $1 million or whatever your goal is attainable. If it's not attainable, guess what? You got to switch industries. But you got to figure out what's going to work for you. Some of y'all got to stop trying to jump in other people's lanes and it's not working. You already got something in front of you. You just don't know how to work. You just got to take the time to execute. It will happen for you if you focus. Some of y'all just need a little focus. But if you focus, it's going to be able to happen. Okay? So with that said, what we say, you got to have productivity. You got to get rid of some of the non-urgent tasks. Okay? And then at the end of the day, you got to start thinking of things like social media, different ways that you can make money, and you have to focus on one income stream at a time. 4, eliminate distractions. So, one of the distractions I just talked about is the phone. Okay? So this is what you gotta do. You must get control over the phone. Minimize it. People have been conditioned to what? To respond to the phone when it rings. How many of y'all do that? No, you do. So where my phone at? Some of y'all, if y'all lost your phone, your heart gonna jump from your heart to the floor. All right? No, seriously. Because you got to have your phone with you. Some of y'all roll over looking at the phone. How many of y'all roll over looking at the phone? No, this is a seminar to be honest at. It's just you ain't gotta lie. It's okay. Okay? People will go to the bathtub, you gonna jump out of you hear your phone, you jump. Okay? You have absolutely no legal, moral, or other responsibility to answer the phone or take a call unless you want to. Okay? Don't take unscheduled calls. That's your problem. Okay? Unscheduled calls. If you must take calls, set expectations within seconds of the call. So listen, if somebody called me and they say, ring, ring, I say, hey, what's going on? I say, hey, Stacey, that's cool. I only got 5 minutes. What's going on, girl? They already know up front, you got 5 minutes. Right? 5 minutes. After that, you got to learn how to hang up and move to the next thing. But some of y'all will sit on the phone for 5 or 6 hours talking about y'all didn't get nothing done. The day went too fast. You got to learn how to control your time, control your phone calls, minimize it. It's nothing personal. You're trying to get to that next level. How you going to get to the next level if you want to be on the phone with Susie for 5 hours? It's just not going to happen. You got to be disciplined. And that is so important. Time blocking. What is time blocking? Okay? Why wouldn't you make an appointment with the most important person in your life? Yourself. A lot of times we don't set right. You really should have a calendar for yourself. Did y'all know that? People don't get to the next level by not having a calendar for themselves. All right, so make appointments with yourself. How many of you are, what time do y'all meditate? Exactly. It's a scheduled time, a scheduled appointment. Don't let nobody get in the way. People call and say, can I meet you at 9 a.m. on Monday? No. I go work, I got to do my miles. I got to go meet with my trainer. And then after 1 o'clock, I'll start everything on. Tuesday and Thursday, I'm in front of the computer. We can do computer work all day long, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm on a roll, I'm connected, I'm doing what I need to do. You got to have some structure in your life. You got to create a to-do list. How many of you are create to-do lists? Okay, great. Make sure y'all write the to-do list down and everything that you do on the to-do list, you want to make sure you cross it out and get it done. Plan your week out, schedule time to think, all right? And you got to keep those appointments with yourself. And then you got to have time to work on personal development, listening to audios, reading books, watching online training courses, and even coming to the event. Let me tell you something. Me and Stormy, we went to 10X GrowCon, right? And so we met some beautiful people. Like really, when you go to those conferences, when you sit in, the special seats that they want to charge $10,000 for, you meet some great people. So at that actual event, Stormy connected and talked to the people. It's 3 girls that's actually in that event because why they believe in personal development. Margot, where you at? Margot was actually at 10X GrowCon. Braille, where you at? And Sonny. Okay, because why? They understand that they have to invest in themselves. They understand that they're going to learn something. At the end of the day, you can't be scared to invest in yourself. Mind you, me and Stormy bought $10,000 seats. They was in the $15,000 seats, okay? Yeah, $15,000 seats. People that's actually trying to get to that next level, they don't worry about the money. They just make it happen. So listen, whatever come your way, if you want to go, guess what? Go. Don't even think about it because the money don't flow. You're going to manifest the money. It's going to happen. Because what you do is you stopping yourself from growing and getting to that next level. All right? Block blocking mistakes we're going to talk about. Let other people dictate your schedule. You don't got no end time. You're not training yourself to get things done faster. You got to learn how to speed it up. Make it happen. It's just so important. Okay? Create a peak productivity environment. Like this environment, like Stormy always say, you got to connect with new people. Because these people here talking your language. When you go home, people be talking, different language. Like they on something. Like sometimes, listen, it's okay if you outgrow people. Because sometimes we don't think of it. Like we still try to be their friend, but you way up here. Then they said, girl, you think you all that. No, I am all that because I want to elevate. Now you gonna go with me and stay down. What we doing, sis? Because at the end of the day, you gotta come with me. I ain't gonna keep trying to pull up, and work with you. And no, it's okay. You gotta get you some new friends. That's why you here. You gotta get new friends, new connections, so you can elevate. That's important. All right, wealth triggers. Write your goals down every single day. In the morning when you wake up, at night before you go to bed. Mike, y'all know I got this stuff right. Have a lot of objects around you that represent wealth and success. Speak your words of affirmation every day. You gotta speak them. You gotta really do this stuff. You can't do it like it's a hobby. If you really want something in life, you gotta make it happen. You gotta meditate. You gotta do everything that you're supposed to do, that other successful people do. Whatever Stormy Wellington tell you, guess what? It's called execute. Make it happen. Don't even think about it. Don't worry about why we doing this. If you ain't paid $7 million cash in housing, you shouldn't ask no questions. Just execute. Understand you can't manage time. All right? Time management doesn't exist. You can't manage time. You can't make it go faster or slower. You got to understand it. You can't make time go forward or backwards. The only thing you can manage is how you use your time. And if you don't use your time wisely, guess what? Your bag going to be real, real low, sis, like Charlie Brown. Very low. So you got to manage your time right. Ask yourself, do the actions you take daily on a daily basis bring any value to your life? And if it don't do it. Okay? Do your actions move away from your priorities, or is it bringing it close to your priorities? Right. You really got to take the time to ask yourself these questions when you're moving through life. And then you have to ask, listen, you can't let any and everybody get into your skin. You got to really look at people and say, what value is this individual bringing to my life? Is this a win-win situation? Is it a win-win situation? Like with my employees, they get money and they giving me a service. So it's a win-win situation. Some of y'all bring anybody and everybody into your life, but at the end of the day, there's no value there. How can y'all elevate? How can y'all inspire? Stormy inspired me every single day. If I talk, listen, I could be depressed and don't, for real. You think successful people don't be depressed? You could be having a bad day. After you talk to Stormy, you want to go, just conquer the whole world. You need those friends that's going to bring that energy to you. All right, so important things to remember. Reprogram your mind for wealth. So start the morning with an attitude of gratitude. You want to say 5 things you're grateful for every day. All right, middle of the day, repeat daily power affirmations. Especially when something go wrong, just repeat the affirmations to yourself. Listen, I be walking. She right, it's 5 miles, it ain't 7. But I walk 5 miles a day and I be talking to myself. They probably think I be crazy, but as me, do I care? I'm talking to myself because I have to talk to myself. I have to pump myself up. I'm like, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to do this. I'm like literally walking, saying, if you know what, I got this. Just walking, doing 3 and 4. You know what? Watch, I'm going to show them. It's okay to talk to yourself. You're not crazy. I do it. So take the time to say your power affirmation. Even if you're in a car in traffic, just say it. Speak it. Okay, you talking to you. Because sometimes you got to motivate yourself and talk to yourself. Listen, nobody can motivate you better than yourself. And you got to remember that. All right, step 2, come up only with activities and tasks you need to do to increase your income. I'm going to give y'all this chart that I use. You want to, listen, write this down. You want to categorize them and divide them into 4 columns. This is why some people struggle. I'm going to tell y'all 4 columns that you definitely need to have. Okay, money now. What vehicle that you have that's making you money right now? Okay, money monthly, money in the future, personal media platform, which is your brand, because your brand makes you money. Product, people don't buy product, people buy you. So you have to make sure your brand is positioned right, especially when you're trying to sell something on social media. You can't be looking any kind of way. You got to invest into the way you look. Do you look at Natalie, you look at Boss Lady, you look at there, you look at the top, they're polished. Because at the end of the day, when you're communicating with people, first off, you gotta come off as a leader. People gotta believe you. People working on their appearance. You can't be looking any kind of way. Tomorrow I can show you how to make $1 million. Can you imagine? Boss lady like 500 pounds, telling myself, girl, you know I can show you how to lose.
Just pop